I'm Gina Jacobson. I'm the Program Director of Working with Cancer, and I'm looking forward to a future that helps employers create a supportive, recovery-forward workplace. Cancer is so complicated. It is lengthy. It is fraught with fear. Every journey looks a little different. I think there's a real opportunity for benefit leaders to support people so they can make meaning from this scary, traumatic experience. It's really hard to overstate how all-encompassing a cancer journey can be, not just for the individual, but the people who love the impacted diagnosed person. The number one question that people will ask an oncologist after they get diagnosed is, will I survive? And the number two question they ask is, can I work? I really think that the workplace is in a position of obligation to make an overall experience a little less scary, if only from the employment perspective. When an employee is confident that a workplace has their back, that really puts an impacted individual into a place where they are probably feeling more comfortable sharing what is happening with them and more comfortable accessing so many of the rich benefits that many companies provide. And so we really try to make sure that we create not just the experience of a positive cancer journey, but the expectation before somebody is diagnosed that is what will happen. I was really surprised when we started to speak with employees at our own organization about what they needed. They told us what they needed was for their manager to understand what they were going through. The question I get more often from team members is, what do I say? How do I help them? How do I support? We talk a lot about people who are impacted by a diagnosis and the stigma they feel, but the truth is that the stigma a caregiver feels is actually more significant. Caregivers are worried that the time they spend caring for somebody will be perceived by their organization as lack of commitment internally. Companies that sign the Working with Cancer pledge are agreeing that they are evaluating their own organizations and taking steps to create a more recovery-forward, supportive environment. How that comes to life is different at every company. We have 2,500 companies that have signed the pledge thus far. Transcarent is one of our valued partners who's taken the pledge to support your own employees. We have a program that we have just introduced for participating companies called Screening Time Off. Screening Time Off gives employers the tools that they need to encourage people to take time they already have access to in a lot of cases to get the recommended screenings that they need. For every 2 extra diagnoses that are a result of these efforts to get cancer screenings scheduled, a company will know that they are likely to save 1 extra life. And I am here today in large part because my own CEO encouraged me to call my doctor and get a colonoscopy. If my mother had told me, if my husband had told me, I don't know that I would have gone. But my CEO telling me felt more important, and that is ultimately why I'm alive today. We estimate that if we could drive a 10% lift across U.S. employers, we could save an incremental 10,000 lives.